We're hours away from that citywide curfew. 10 p.m. tonight, everyone off the streets until 5 in the morning. It will last a week here. A state of emergency in place after the riots here last night. These images coming in right now. The streets of Baltimore at this hour, this American city shaken by the events of the past 24 hours. The images haunting and unforgettable. We saw those protesters overwhelming patrol cars, shattering windshields, setting cars on fire, left burning in the streets. Stores, the pharmacy, looted, then burned. The streets erupting in violence, clashes. This protester carried away by police in riot gear. We have learned tonight that the ATF response team has been activated to investigate the large number of arsons across Baltimore. You can see the National Guard right here behind me, and tonight we're going to take you through this city. We're just back from the police department where we asked about the one officer who was unresponsive. Overnight, the rioting here in Baltimore. Officers trying to keep the people in the streets back. The buildings on fire, the cars set ablaze, and a senior center they spent $16 million on up in flames. This CVS first looted, then set on fire.
But they didn't have to burn our store like that. This is our home. God is destroyed.
Police cruisers and police vans torched too, and the images of that group climbing atop a patrol car, smashing in the roof and the windows. Tonight, more than 20 police officers injured, and we asked the police about the one officer overnight who was unresponsive. He was unresponsive last night. Do we know if he's any better?
He is much better now. He was in and out of consciousness, having a difficulty remembering his first name, but he is much better today.
Today at the White House, about 40 miles from where we are, the president deplored the violence.
When individuals get crowbars and start prying open doors to loot, they're not protesting. They're not making a statement. They're stealing.
The riots breaking out on the same day Freddie Gray's family put their loved one to rest. The suspect who was arrested put in a police van in leg irons, no seatbelt, as that van answered several other calls, suffering a spinal cord injury and later dying while in police custody. In the middle of it all here, the man in the mask slicing the fire hose as firefighters tried to knock down the blaze. Tonight, the numbers: 247 arrests, 144 cars set on fire, and 15 buildings destroyed. This mother, after reportedly seeing her son, gets him, pulls him from the riots, and strikes him for his behavior. Afterward, Baltimore's police commissioner saying, "I wish I had more parents who took charge of their kids." Just to give you an idea at home of sort of the dividing line here in West Baltimore today, it was up this street, some of those cars were on fire, and some of these businesses here were the ones that had been looted. And you can see the line here. This is the barricade, Baltimore police today, and come with me, you can actually see the 2 to 3 feet that people can walk through. They say it's been, for the most part, very peaceful here today, but there certainly is a police presence. Late today, the protests largely peaceful here as they try to clean up. You can actually hear the sound of the choppers flying overhead, and this is what's left of the CVS. They've got the public notice of the property obviously condemned. There's really nothing left. The glass completely shattered, and if you look inside, it's a completely charred mess. You can still hear the alarm going off in what was the CVS.
I feel sorry for the senior citizens because they ain't know where they're going to go to get their medicine.
The mayor stood here today and said it was really hard to get the CVS to come to this neighborhood.
It really was. It was hard.
I understand anger, but what we're seeing isn't anger, it's destruction of a community. The same community they say they care about, they're destroying. You can't have it both ways. And tonight, the young people here agree. What brought you down here today?
I feel like they did what they did last night, but that's not who we are. That's not what we're about.
And these 3 teachers we met, they teach 1st and 5th grade. They came to clean up too. I wanted to show people at home the message for your school on the back of your sweatshirt. Respectful, responsible, prepared. You didn't know that was going to have such
Exactly.
Tonight, those teachers preparing for their school children first thing in the morning. In the meantime, Baltimore conventions have been canceled. The National Aquarium is closed. The Baltimore Marriott has allowed some customers to cancel their rooms without charge. And tonight, we take note that an elegant state dinner is scheduled at the White House, as I mentioned, just about 40 miles from here.